So it turns out that Xbox had a pretty good idea with the whole streaming thing. Who knew? And beyond that, we're going to be talking about a lot of interesting stuff this week because a lot has happened. Sony is in talks to potentially purchase From Software's parent company, which owns a bunch of anime and also helps publish a bunch of games in Japan. That is definitely of interest. And there's just been a lot of gaming news. I want to talk about the Game Awards. I want to talk about Stalker. I might even play a little bit of Stalker at the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. It's the regular Sunday thing. We always hang out. Got the Q&A goal going. Also live over on Twitch. If you don't follow on Twitch, it is very easy to remember. Twitch.tv/Destin. It's just my name. If you can spell my name correctly, I'm sure you can find the Twitch channel. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. It looks like Grayson, big announcement. Grayson in chat is Prestige Master in Black Ops. That is absolutely crazy. Now, the title of the stream this week is apparently, it turns out, Xbox has some good ideas because PlayStation took the PlayStation Portable and now has made it so that you can stream games if you have a certain level of membership. That is something Xbox has been doing for a long time. You've been able to do that for the last few years, and they've actually enhanced the service where you don't need to own any hardware. Let's actually just read the blog post. That's where I was going to start right off the bat. Mark, hello. Thank you for joining from the UK. Appreciate it. Widya, a lot of familiar faces here in chat. I appreciate everybody hanging out and joining. Can you stream to One X? I mean, if you open the YouTube app, yeah, you can stream to your One X. And yeah, the solution for the One X was you would be able to stream a lot of your games over there. Let's read this story though. Stream your own game with Xbox Cloud Gaming. It's going into beta. And here's what the blog post actually said. I never actually read it. We talked about it a little bit on the show I did with Travis. Let's read what they said. Our mission is to bring more games to more people around the world across devices. We believe gaming should be easy to access and available for all players, no matter what device you choose to play with. That's why we're dedicated to making great games available across consoles, PC, and with cloud gaming. Today, millions of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members are enjoying Xbox Cloud Gaming to play top titles from the Xbox Game Pass catalog on various devices. I also have enjoyed that. I've done it live on stream before. It was really fun. We've also heard your excitement about having more flexibility to stream games you own beyond the Game Pass catalog. Starting today, I'm excited to announce that we're allowing Game Pass Ultimate members to stream select games they own through TVs and browsers on supported devices like smartphones, PCs, and tablets in all 28 countries where Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta is available. This is just the beginning. Next year, we're excited to bring this feature to Xbox consoles and the Xbox app on Windows. So this is notable because Xbox has been sort of a champion for streaming games for a long time. The whole reason the Xbox Activision deal was blocked in the UK was because, you guessed it, they were offering a streaming option for their games, and there was a concern that by buying Activision Blizzard, they would have a monopoly on streaming games. A very interesting turn of events. Daniel Cooper says, hey, Destin, I'm from the UK, currently on holiday/vacation in Orlando. Congrats. This new Stream Your Games feature is great for some downtime streaming in my hotel. And Daniel in chat is exactly the type of person who is going to utilize this. If you're out and about and you just want to get that one mission done in Starfield or get a mission done in your favorite game, you're able to do that now via Xbox Cloud streaming. And Wayne's World reminds everybody to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to know when my content goes live and to support the channel. If you're already subscribed, hit that like. It does help. Yeah, so this is really, really neat. And there's 50 games available today with more to come. And here's what they said. We're happy to announce that over 50 great games are now available for streaming. Our library of cloud playable titles will continue to grow as we work with our partners around the world to bring you a diverse and expansive selection of great games across devices. You can stream any version of these games below that you own, for example, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition and The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. Now, this is really, really cool, because not only is Xbox doing this, but PlayStation has also decided to basically upgrade the PlayStation Portal for free, utilizing a very similar type service. If you weren't aware, the PlayStation Portal is now adding similar functionality. Before we get to that story, we're going to look at the CNET version of that story. Some of the key games that let's just go down the list, because there's a lot of good stuff on here. Stuff that jumps out to me: Animal Well, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Balatro, Baldur's Gate 3, Call of Duty 2. That's a surprising one. That's like one of my favorite Call of Duty. Oh, Modern Warfare 2 is not one of my favorites. Anyway, Cyberpunk. What else we got here? A bunch of the Final Fantasy games, Hogwarts Legacy, High on Life. That was pretty fun to play through. Metro Exodus, a big fan favorite. Stray, okay. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is big. Division 2, I really like the Division 2. Space Marine 2 is on that list. And to get started, basically, Game Pass Ultimate members can stream select cloud playable games you own, even if they're not included with Game Pass Ultimate, directly on various devices. So if you want access, you could probably just buy them also. And this was largely the long-term plan for their cloud streaming services. Some people said, I wonder what else they're holding off on in chat. Xanarch said that. Basically, I think they're holding off on getting approvals and all the legal stuff behind the scenes, and just making sure that they're ready to actually support players that are looking to stream select own games. Because just like with backwards compatibility, I remember there's a lot of licensing and stuff to deal with there. And I have to imagine that they have to deal with all of that. We're going to be playing Stalker later in the stream, but for now, Stalker is not on the list, if you were wondering. So that is where that is. Now, this comes at an interesting time. So Xbox announced that. I don't know the date on their particular announcement. It was November 20th, and it came the day before or the same day that the PlayStation Portal was announced to start including live streaming or streaming to the machine of games that you owned. And it looks like my camera froze. That's great. Let's fix that really quick. How long was my camera frozen? Cam froze. Yep. Well, I have fixed it. How long was it frozen? Okay, while we're dealing with technical issues, everybody has been complaining about the audio sync. Let me know what you think now. I think I've set up the delay where it's synced at this point now. I was so excited about the news that I just froze in place. I was still able to speak, but I just froze in place and was able to keep talking about it. I don't know why it would freeze like that. That's a little bit of an odd situation. So if it happens again, just start spamming in chat F or whatever. Yeah, Illegal Knot over on Twitch called out the Path of Exile 2 news. Yeah, so I got to do the preview. We might talk a little bit about Path of Exile 2. All I know at this point is that I cannot wait to play more Path of Exile 2. That's all. I'm super stoked about that game. And everybody's saying the audio is great, so we fixed it. All right, let's get back into presenter mode. Illegal Knot subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you. I appreciate it, Illegal Knot, over on Twitch. He's subscribed for 69 months. Nice. Thank you for the support, Illegal Knot. I appreciate it. Let's get back to the story. So, a massive PlayStation Portal update just turned it into a 199 streaming machine, no console required. Thanks to its latest update, PlayStation Plus Premium members can use cloud streaming to play their favorite games without a PlayStation 5 console. I honestly think that is so cool that they updated that, because before I was kind of on the fence about the PlayStation Portal, but now that I know you don't need to be attached to the console, I think that is a huge W. It's really, really good. We got a super chat here from Carlos who says, I'm so excited to see that Xbox is going to be like the Google Pixel, making nice hardware that serves as a reference device while putting services like Google Maps, Drive, etc. on any device they can. Yeah, so they're acting like basically a hub in terms of what they're doing with their hardware, but also if you want to access all of these other things, you can, and you have the option to do that. And that's what I've seen. That's like what I've seen as their plan for a long time. And it's paying off. It's good. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it. It's paying off. It's a good thing. I do appreciate it. RevArt says it floats down. One of my best jokes of all time, apparently. So what else do they say about it? Thanks to its latest update, PlayStation Plus premium members can use cloud streaming to play their favorite games without a PlayStation 5 console. The PlayStation Portal just received its most important update in time for Black Friday shopping, allowing PlayStation Plus premium members to stream games without needing a PlayStation 5 console. We already went over what Xbox is doing in this realm, and I'm very, very excited about your ability to stream all of those games, and PlayStation doing it. Honestly, this is great. This is exactly why you never want Xbox to go away. Like, I don't care what kind of side of the fence you're on in terms of console preference or whatever. You always want these teams pushing against each other with positive friction, creating for good competition in the marketplace. Paris, good to see you. Paris says Xbox long-term plan is the right move. The issue has been extremely poor messaging. With that, I think we can all largely agree. For some reason, it doesn't get through to people. I do find it interesting, Paris, that as soon as PlayStation does it, it's super cool and great. And but when for many years when Xbox was doing it, there was for some reason drama around it. PlayStation does it. Whoa, this is so cool. It's like Xbox has been doing this for like years. Anyway, continuing on. And to be fair, PlayStation has been doing it for a long time too. PlayStation's been doing it since the PlayStation 4 era. I remember I streamed my PlayStation 4 when I was in Japan just to like do a Destiny bounty or something like that. So the fact that I think people are just ready to take an earnest look at streaming technology right now, and they're realizing the potential there, and they're getting a little bit excited about it. In the past, the PlayStation Portal needed to be connected to your home PS5 system in order to work. Since that's no longer the case, it's essentially a $199 PlayStation machine. I wouldn't go that far, but okay, CNET.com. That's a pretty sweet deal, especially considering a normal console would set you back at least $449 for the PS5 Digital Edition. If you think that's a good deal, have I got a deal for you? For only $20, you get access to hundreds of Xbox games for one low price. Some people have said it's crazy. It's called Xbox Game Pass. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's very similar to what PlayStation is doing here. And you've been able to stream to any device of your choosing for the last several years. If you are a part of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate tier now, it's $20 now, but for years it was even less than that. Sorry, I'm trying to recreate the meme. I have a PlayStation Portal myself, and I use it all of the time to play games like Genshin Impact and Dragon Age: The Veilguard. It's basically a Steam Deck for PlayStation. Again, that's not quite right. That's not quite right. I'm really happy about this PlayStation Portal news, but the way the CNET article news is written, I'm just like, it's not like a Steam Deck because it's not natively running on your device. So I guess it's sort of like that, but I mean, like, you're stretching it a little bit. What Paris has the streaming one. There's a streaming handheld that you can get currently on the market that basically streams whatever you want. It's not the ROG Ally. I think it's the other one, because the ROG Ally actually runs the games natively, and so does the Steam Deck. So positive about it. It does feel like it's a little ham-fisted though. Anyway, where's it go? It sports a crisp display and DualSense features, including haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and motion sensors. I've always recommended it to friends, and that recommendation just got a lot easier with this cloud streaming update. I absolutely agree on that. I think the cloud streaming definitely brings it to another level. I think it's a very, very smart play by PlayStation. It's really good. Maximus Prime, good to see you over on Twitch. Nice of you to catch a live stream. Thanks for tuning in. According to Sony, PlayStation Plus premium members are able to use cloud streaming beta in over 120 PlayStation 5 games in the PlayStation Plus games catalog. These games can be streamed up to 1080p at 60 FPS. PlayStation even published a handy how-to guide to get everything up and running. If you're not yet a member, PlayStation Plus Premium costs $18 a month or $160 for an entire year. If there was ever any doubt that streaming games was going to be some sort of thing in the future, I think this puts any doubt about that to bed. Because long story short, everybody is going to be utilizing this technology. Nintendo's utilizing it. PlayStation's utilizing it. Xbox has been utilizing it for years. And to their credit, both PlayStation and Xbox have been doing this for a long time. I want to say PlayStation was first when they bought OnLive, and they basically adapted that to work for their PlayStation services. When that launched, however, the technology was too early. It just didn't work very well. I remember I did a live stream on IGN where we were playing like Final Fantasy or something, and like you couldn't even play the game because it was cool technology, but it just wasn't quite ready yet. Fast forward a few years, and most of these games run well enough that the input latency is low, especially if you have an appropriate connection. And for being able to have access for $200 right now, I'm willing to bet you that the PlayStation Portal is going to have some sort of Black Friday deal. There's no way that they're not going to capitalize on this. So you can save money by subscribing for a year. And I do think that PlayStation did make something pretty cool with the PlayStation Portal. And the whole reason I titled the stream, it turns out Xbox does have good ideas. It's sort of poking fun at this idea that for so long, people were criticizing Xbox for having cloud gaming. We're like, cloud gaming's never going to catch on. Then PlayStation does it. And everybody's like, wow, this is so cool. It's like, yes, it has been cool. I've been playing Xbox games on my phone for a long time. You got to knock out one of the achievements or whatever in the game. You just pop it open on your phone and you play. You don't have to boot anything up. You can also stream to your TV using a stream stick. I still have a stream stick around here somewhere. Or a lot of times in a lot of the Samsung televisions, you actually have native support right on the television. So yeah. Speaking of controversial topics, not really controversial. I think there was a lot of hubbub about this game, for lack of a better term, but Stalker 2 is released. And a lot of people were saying how it was buggy at launch and reviews were sort of all over the place. Well, I was one of the people who actually had early access to Stalker 2. And I want to talk about it just for a second. The first few patches when I played Stalker 2, it was not performing similarly to what I had experienced at the preview event. And in my opinion, it was a worse overall experience. So I stopped playing and I said, you know what? I want to wait and I don't want to touch this game again until launch. And then I want to come to a conclusion about how well it works. So last night I had played the game for an hour or two, just off stream, just playing for fun to see how well it played. And you know what? It is markedly better. The first time I played it, you were just like dying in pools of stuff that weren't clearly telegraphed. There were a lot of issues with how it was working. And it turns out a lot of players agree and are willing to forgive the bugs. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl already looks like a smash hit, with developer GSC Game World declaring 1 million copies sold and many more players via Xbox Game Pass. So it's already sold 1 million copies and many more are playing on Game Pass. So not only have you already sold 1 million, which is a huge accomplishment, but Xbox also has some sort of agreement about how things are paid out via Game Pass by how many people are playing the game via that methodology. And it looks like a lot of people are. That is great news. Real quick shout out to Diz Guy for the Twitch Prime sub. He says, hi, Destin. Hi, chat. I'm also watching you on YouTube. Well, thank you, Diz Guy. Yeah, if you have just a quick note on subscribing on Twitch, don't forget if you have Amazon Prime, you can choose to support me or support any creator you like. I sometimes forget to give my gift sub to, I give it to Darth Microtransaction usually. Sometimes I give it to Fran Mirabella, if you're familiar with old peeps from IGN. But yeah, I just like to make sure that I utilize it because I have Amazon Prime and I just do it right away. And WTR Cell, thank you. Hi, good to see you. So anyway, going back to Stalker really quick, already they have sold 1 million copies and the game is doing quite well if you look on Steam. I don't know if this has been updated, but they have 119,000 concurrents or something like that. It's jumped up to 121 since I opened this tab. And if you look, they're like they're in the top 10. 1, 2, 3. They're number 8. And it has the little fire icon, which means, hey, this game is doing quite well. It's also a trending game, and it does seem to be trafficking in the very, very, very good category versus. So Star Wars Outlaws, I've seen a lot of people just to talk about that real quick. Star Wars Outlaws has seen a lot of flack. It launched at under 1,000 peak. It has been growing. So the question is, will this continue to grow past the 2,500 concurrents in the coming weeks? Or is this the peak that we're seeing right now? So I do wonder if how well this Steam release is going to be, because just inversely comparing it to Stalker, Stalker's doing great. Outlaws is a game that some people like, some people don't. I was in the I don't super dig it category, but mainly because I felt like the pacing was off. Well, they made it so like you don't have to use stealth. You can actually carry your more powerful weapons with you. Combat is improved. Like they have a whole video about the improvements that they made. So I am ready to go back into it and not be taken out of that experience randomly. So I am going to give it a chance. I do agree that the character models and engine look very bad for the most part, but even that was touched up, the animations, and they added a lot of liveliness to it. So I'm going to take a wait and see approach on that one. And if you missed it, this is the actual announcement from Stalker, going back to the game we're actually talking about. They sent out a message about going into the zone and just saying thank you to everybody who played it. Dear Stalkers, it feels utterly surreal to say that, but Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl is now out now. That's totally wild. So was the whole development story. Despite all odds, it's here. Our biggest game, our own story, our love letter to Ukraine. After more than 15 years, the doors to the zone are opened once again. This is a very important, very exciting, and very memorable day for all of us. Stalker is meaningful in its own way for each fan. We hope that those who have been familiar with the universe for a long time will immediately feel at home and recognize that very same Stalker for all newcomers. We hope you'll immerse yourself in the magical, alien, and all-powerful zone, and feeling its unique emotions will stay with us for a long time. This is a project of endless love and passion from the entire team. We genuinely believe that this is felt throughout. You'll feel it in the handcrafted world. You'll feel it in the laboratory and in the poppy fields, or during the first a mission or intense battle with a bloodsucker, or the stylish reload of your new gun, or first seeing Pripyat under the moonlight. There are so many things in the game that we are incredibly proud of. Nevertheless, Stalker 2 is a massive game. We understand that in such a game, there may still be rough edges. We literally haven't released anything of this scale before. We're absolutely committed to being here, monitoring your feedback, and quickly fixing any issues that need our attention. In the first days after release, we'll be working with hot fixes, rolling them out as precisely as possible, but as frequently as we can. Then we'll switch to larger updates that include constant improvements. There will also be free in-game content. We'll share its roadmap later in December. We have big plans for the Stalker universe. In a way, today is both a return and the beginning of a brand new journey. We're blessed to have you. we're blessed to have you before. We're blessed to have you now. The zone belongs to you. Have fun. With love, GSC Game World team. And I got to be honest with everybody in chat. I am so happy to see the love for Stalker 2. I'm so happy to see the support. Even the people who are being critical are mostly being critical from a point of, we just want your game to succeed. And it's been really, really cool to see everybody backing this team, especially given what they had to go through to make the game happen. And it's really fun. They did improve it. So like I said, I waited, I played it at launch, and it is drastically improved over last time. Oh, I messed up the goal. Sorry, 1 second. We're just going to redo a keep goal. Can I edit the goal? I can't remove the goal. I set the goal apparently for 10 minutes. We're just going to start another one. Wait, what? No. Oh my goodness. Remove goal. I'm bad at this. Sorry, everybody. Let me try and fix this. Remove. Goal the same. I might give up on the goal this time, y'all. What is happening? Can I do 9? Can I do 9 super chats? No, you can't change it. Okay. Sorry, everybody. All right, let's see if I'm able to actually make this work. Sorry. A lot of technical issues today. Back to Stalker 2. Cromwell, very AFK, said people are more hungry for hyper engaging, focused experiences than they are shiny, prepped up retail product. And this is the underlying seismic shift behind so much, and nobody is talking about it. The increased prominence of digital over retail and the ability to access audiences directly is a threat traditional publishers cannot keep up with. Thank you. I am so glad somebody said it, because right now the traditional AAA space is a little bit caught up in some instances with making games that appeal to everybody. They don't want to risk being offensive. They don't want to do anything that would mess up the formula. They want to chase the battle genre, the battle royale genre, or they want to chase the battle pass genre, and they want to make as much money as they possibly can. And then something like Hogwarts Legacy comes along, makes them $1 billion in revenue, and they're like, that's not good enough. You need to figure out how to ruin this and make it into a thing that it's not supposed to be. And very quickly, after losing a couple $100 million and having to make drastic changes to how they make games, they smartened up and they said, yeah, you know what? We're going to go back to making that $1 billion. And it's been very frustrating over the last few years to watch all of these super safe, boring games from a storytelling perspective. I think a good example of that is Dragon Age Veilguard is attempting to appeal to everybody while appealing to nobody. I saw this really great graph talking about the choices in Veilguard. Like, if the middle of my screen is good, and over here by the lamp is bad, and over here by the television is good, all the decisions are over here. All the decisions are over here on the goodness. And maybe you're able to like be a little bit bad and go towards my logo, but for the most part, you're over here in the be super good category, right? I'm gonna do what all the popular streamers do. So if you got your decisions here, where's the brush? Yeah, we'll just do a black. So like you got good, bad, right? And then everything in Veilguard, and this is the graph somebody else made. I don't remember who made it, but it's like here. Maybe you can go sort of like not quite as good, but it's all about being good. Even something like what is Avowed's here most of the time, but then sometimes you could just go over here just for funsies. And then it brings you back to sort of the base. And then sometimes, you have decisions that are sort of evil, but not super evil. And of course you can always play like good, but this is more where games should be. And over here in the green, this is where Veilguard is. And this is why I do not like Veilguard. This is why. You can talk about all the other stuff you want, but this is the problem with Veilguard. I can't be evil. I play video games to unleash the evil side. The reason that I love Grand Theft Auto is because I can run people over with a car or just bother somebody repeatedly on the street because it's not real. It's a fantasy. And when you take that choice away from me, it's not as fun. Sometimes maybe on your first playthrough, you like to play super good, and that's nice to have that option. But after playing Avowed and remembering that great RPGs allow you that nuance, allow you to be terrible to people if you choose to be, I remembered why I love RPGs so much. And there's good stuff like in Veilguard. Like I think graphically it's pretty. I think that the combat is actually kind of fun. They have the primer detonator system. From a storytelling perspective, it's bad. There's no redemption in terms of storytelling in that game. There's nothing that I've experienced in the first several hours that I'm like, oh man, I really want to see where this story goes. And if you mess up story in your RPGs and choice in your RPGs, you're done. You have to have a compelling story, and it's just not. I feel like Veilguard's kind of like the popular thing to dunk on right now, so I don't like to keep using it as an example. I think it's just because it's been frustrating for me as a long-term BioWare fan to see what happened with Veilguard and just be kind of disappointed. Crumup says, it's not that I don't want them to. I am just more for the democratization of content strategy than I am outdated curation designed specifically to appease middlemen. It's a good thing that people are able to focus on an audience without worrying about everyone in between. And that, I think, is exactly what happened with Veilguard. They were too scared to take big swings with their bets. It was too nice. And if you go look at the original Origins trailers, they're not nice. You can be absolutely terrible to people. You can just slaughter everybody. You can do terrible things in that game. And part of the reason I have a bunch of montages on my channel from the Mass Effect franchise, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, where it's like, these are the most evil things that you could do in the Mass Effect franchise. And it's just montages of all these terrible things that you can do that were uncomfortable for me to do. In some instances, I was like, I don't know if I want to murder all these people, but okay, I'm doing a run through where I do that. And it's a really fun experience, especially if you mainly play Paragon. So there's all that going on. Oh, and then Mike Ibarra had a hot take on this one today. Said, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl has almost single-handedly saved 2024 from being an absolutely rubbish year for gaming. And Mike Ibarra says, my guess is this person doesn't play video games. And I don't agree with Ibarra a lot, but he's right on that one. 2024 was a pretty great year. It opened with Palworld and Helldivers 2. We got Space Marine 2, Black Myth Wukong. If you're into Final Fantasy, you got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know, Balatros on the Game of the Year nomination. People really like Stellar Blade. And, you know, say what you will about Hellblade 2. A lot of people liked Hellblade 2. But to say that this year was a bad year for gaming, it's just not true. This was a great year. Metaphor ReFantazio was fantastic. Like, I could just open my Steam library really quick. Let's see what I've played this year. Oh yeah, we still got the Path of Exile stuff later this year. Call of Duty was great this year. What else we got? Oh yeah, Silent Hill 2. That's just off of my recently played. Like if I kept digging, I'm absolutely sure that I could find plenty more examples of stuff that potentially could have been interesting to play, even if Stalker 2 was just your main game. I think I'm going to skip this one because I do want to talk a little bit more about Avowed. I talked about it a little bit in the last story, but Xbox has had some very interesting stuff going on lately. They just had this huge success with the Stalker franchise, and I got to do a preview for IGN. I highly go check out the preview on IGN. It's just very succinct. I did a little conversation with Paul on my channel where we talked about our impressions of it. Yeah, chat. Path of Exile 2 looks absolutely phenomenal. I also did a preview for Path of Exile 2 where I played the Mercenary, and Mercenary is pretty fun. I'm still leaning toward Ranger, but it's not that popular. So for my IGN run, I might be rocking the Mercenary just because it's like one of the most popular classes. And I'm really excited about the gems, being able to like put the gems into your skin later on. Anyway, SK poking fun at Pal World. I bet you Pal World is still doing better than any of the PlayStation exclusives that were released this year. So say what you will, SK, about Pal World. Whatever your take was, it's doing better than any of the first-party games from PlayStation this year. I'll tell you that. Anyway, Avowed is great. I really, really had a good time with it. The art style may not be for you, but it's way better to play it than it is to watch somebody play it. The combat feels really good. Everything ended up coming together really, really quite well this year. And yeah, just to touch on it again, because I feel like I've already covered it a bunch. It did quite well. And also we found out Starfield sold 15 million players who are adventuring through the stars in Starfield. So yeah, lots of cool stuff this year to talk about on the Xbox front. Phil Roney says, hot take. Do you think the reason Pal World had no nominations is due to the legal issues? I think Pal World was really, really good and a good game. I do think it was overshadowed by other games that were a little bit more polished. I think it was popular with fans because it was just an interesting take on Pokemon, and they've been hungry for a new Pokemon game for so long, but I'm not sure why it would have got not nominated in category. For me personally, just thinking about it, what category would Pal World go in? It's not going to get Game of the Year. I have like 5 other games that should have been on Game of the Year before Pal World would have been, right? But I'm just not sure where it would have landed. And I think that's largely why it didn't get the nod, right? Phil with the 5. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, Pal World released as an alpha beta. Yeah, that's another good point. So Pal World also wasn't released as a full release. It was actually released, considered beta release. So like Path of Exile 2 is releasing this year and considered to be a beta. Steven Sotillo basically put out his whole game file interview or the most important bit from the interview with Phil Spencer. I thought I would just take a look at this really quick before we move on to PlayStation stuff beyond the portal, but we have the acquisition to talk about. Microsoft's Phil Spencer tells me that launching a game is as hard as it's ever been. Old formulas around marketing and publicity are less reliable. What matters most? Reviews, user buzz, social media? Could be any of that, he says. Trusted sources are more diverse than ever. And in chat right now, let me ask you a question, regardless of how you feel about me. If I tell you something, do you think I'm being truthful, or do you think that I'm like fudging the truth? Like, I think if you're watching my stream, you obviously must have some sort of like trust, like trust or don't trust, I guess is what you would trust, or don't would be what you would put in chat if you want to respond. But I feel like, yeah, except for Nick, I feel like for the most part, I'm just honest about how I feel about things. I tell you the truth to my own detriment. Like, I will speak with you about how I feel about Dragon Age sales. Like we talked about the Steam charts video. I was memed for the Xbox tax video. And like sometimes some of that's my own personal biases, which we all have, right? But it's my perception of the situation, and I'm just giving you my honest thoughts. So I will always be honest with you to my own detriment. And that maybe that's a plus, maybe it's not. But one thing I really regret about the Xbox tax video was, I felt like I came off in a way that made it seem like if you think there is a tax, you're like crazy or something like that. And when I go back and watch it, I'm like, I shouldn't have phrased it that way, because I was just trying to lay out why I don't think there is one, but be respectful of what you all think. So yeah. Chris says, anyone who thinks you're being dishonest do not know how to listen or think with nuance. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, one of the things I get online are people will edit me. There was that guy last week. He edited me. He took stuff out of context. And I'm just like, I literally say in the same video, I don't care if Sony buys this company. It's $1 billion company buying $1 billion company. Like, I will talk about the news and how it will impact gaming, not anything else than that, you know? So, they're like, you care, you clearly care. I'm like, I mean, yeah, I care. Does it mean all gamers are going to have to buy a PlayStation to play every From Software game? I said the same thing with Xbox. Does this mean all gamers are going to have to buy an Xbox in the future? It's definitely an interesting talking point, but, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Chris, for the 5. Anyone who thinks you're being dishonest doesn't know how to think with nuance. And Red Eyed Dragon says, I trust you. I don't, however, trust your main audience, the Xbox audience. Well, I guess that's that's up to you. I disagree with the Xbox audience a lot. I recently did, and the PlayStation audience. I disagreed with the Xbox audience about something recently where they were all mad about it and they were talking about it in their streams. I can't remember, but I remember the guys over on Something Gaming were talking about it. And obviously I disagree on a lot of the PlayStation stuff regularly. Let's see what Stephen Till actually said in his game file. I wanted to know that what Spencer looks for as a pathway to success, referring back to the chart of new Xbox releases that I showed him to kick off our conversation. I asked the following: when thinking about these games or are thinking about how they'll do for you, what in your judgment makes a games sell these days? What are the factors people think about? Do review scores matter? Do user reviews matter? Et cetera, et cetera. I think it's all of that. And that's why launching a game in today's world is as challenging and big an effort as it's ever been. If I just look at the launch of Call of Duty, granted, Call of Duty has a ton of IP and name value, but the work that the team did across social with content creators, the thing they did in DC, where they brought a bunch of creators down to spotlight the game, give them their own voice on the game. Same thing we just did with Compulsion with South of Midnight. I think the South of Midnight strategy was really, really smart. Have a bunch of content creators come in and give their take on it. With Redfall, Phil Spencer talked about mock reviews biting them in the butt. So the people that they were contracting to give mock reviews gave them bad intel. And that should be noted. Whoever you're having do your mock reviews didn't shoot you straight. You have old Destin Legary give you a mock review of Redfall and we'd be like, hey, this game is really problematic. Like, there's enemies that just are brain dead. They don't work. It's not fun. The world feels empty. The game doesn't function. Like, what mock review gave that a 7 or an 8? Like, they were thinking Redfall was going to be a 7 or an 8. It came out and it didn't work. Textures didn't load. Like, the game was really bad at launch. So I don't know what happened there, but he's like, you know what? We had content creators come and experience the game and give us feedback on it. I think what people are looking for, in my view, is they're looking for people that they trust to talk positively about a game that they want. Sometimes the people I trust is my friend. Sometimes it's Stephen Totilo, and I read what you're running about. It used to be the magazine that came out every month. What did Edge say? I'm going to go play those. And I think because that's become so diverse as a game creator, you don't know where your advocacy is going to come from, but you need to be prepared to use it when you see where it takes off. I think that's a great take. You don't know who's going to be your champion for a game. It could come from Twitch. It could come from a personality like Destin. And personally, the thing about me and the reason I'm honest is because I'm guilty of falling into the hype train. I have a video on this channel about how I'm excited about Redfall and how it could be really, really good. And then we got it and it was not it. So I have to be willing to be wrong and tell you about a game that's hotly anticipated, especially about Xbox fans, but also admit when I'm incorrect and say, hey, I was wrong about Redfall. This game is bad. Here's all the bugs that I'm experiencing. Here's what's wrong with it. Here's what's not going well for the game. And yeah, I got to take the L on Redfall. I was wrong. Fell into the hype train. And you know what I learned? I'm not going to do that again. Josh says, do you think we get back to a time where the majority of new game releases are 8 out of 10 minimum as they were in 2007? I feel we are a way off that era. I don't know, Josh, because if you think about it, way back then, we also had games like Oni Chambara. We had shovelware on the Wii. There were a lot of games that fell into the same traps that we're seeing in modern gaming. The problem with modern gaming, more than anything, is that these companies are so interested in their profit margins that they're losing sight of the art. And more importantly, they're not listening to their consumers anymore. That's the biggest problem. A lot of these places are just sticking their head in the sand, and they're just hand waving away criticism. And that is a problem. You do not want a bunch of yes people in your crew just telling you that Redfall is the greatest thing on earth. It's like, it wasn't. It clearly wasn't. Thank you, Phil, for another 5. Boom. We're halfway to the goal. And I think that's the long and the short of it. Phil says the last 2 years has been the years of the toxic positivity. We never heard that term till recently. We need to be our own judge of games. Yeah. And more like before launch, I'm like, oh man, like Stalker, I'm going to just have to say like this game isn't as good as I thought it was. But then they patched it and it came out. And for the most part, the stuff that people are experiencing at release is what I experienced at the preview event. But for a while there, I'm like, this is worse than the preview event. I don't know how that happens. But thankfully, it ended up working out to everybody's advantage, right? Take Grounded from us. We didn't launch Grounded as a big new AAA game. It was 12 people at Obsidian doing a game preview game, putting it out. And what did we find? We found virally, people really love the setting. And we said, okay, now let's go make sure we've got the team behind it. We've got a plan to continue to grow it. But you don't know that when you launch. It's less Excel now. It's more about having a team of people that are really plugged into a lot of different signals, because people are looking for trust signals of what to go play next. And it comes from very different places. You said it's less Excel. I think he means like metrics. Excel meaning like we used to have the idea that, okay, you've got a game, you're going to spend 20% of the game's projected revenue on marketing. You're going to spend this much. That's what we call above the line. That's your ad buy. And then you're going to have a little bit of post-launch support. And then you're going to watch because everything just kind of waterfall. So it was a formula. It was a formula. Yeah, sorry, that's Microsoft language. No, I appreciate it. The bottom line, it's not that predictable anymore. I think in a roundabout way, like Stephen Totilo used to write for a big outlet, and now he's doing this independent newsletter. And I do think that's what Phil Spencer is getting at. He's like, sometimes it's because, you know, IGN said something really positive about your thing, and that's going to get it for you. Sometimes it's because some random streamer just popped off with some crazy thing about your game, and then it got interest. I think something like Vampire Survivors was never expected to be that successful. Even Palworld, Baldur's Gate 3, they undersold. If you remember, they ended up underselling their trajectory of what that game was going to do. And it ended up being obviously a massive, massive win for them. And the whole diversifying of their portfolio is something we should talk a little bit more about, because if you look at console sales, console hardware sales are starting to fall. We're in the back half of the console release strategy for these companies, and hardware spending fell 23% year over year in October from 323 million to 249 million. That follows a 1-year drop in September of 44% that saw just 251 million in hardware sales. Hardware sales is starting to decrease across the board because we are going into the second half. Now, next year, we have the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever that may be, coming right around the corner. And I do think that bolsters hardware sales for Nintendo. I will definitely be getting that for Nintendo. But I think what it means for PlayStation and Xbox more than anything is that they need to focus in on their multi-platform strategies. Whatever that looks like for PlayStation, right now it seems like about 1 year of exclusivity on the console, and then that goes to the PC. And anything multiplayer basically is day and date multi-platform, but PlayStation has this problem where they're requiring everybody to have a PSN account to play their games. And that's locking them, at least on PC, out of all of these territories. Like with Helldivers 2, they shot themselves in the foot with Helldivers 2. And they also lost a lot of trust from consumers in the PC market saying, hey, I don't want to support this anymore because you're locking all of your PC titles behind this PSN requirement. You do need that for Xbox as well. Yeah, that's fair, but Xbox launched with it, I think. And I think that's why Xbox didn't accidentally release their games everywhere and then require you to have an Xbox account. They just said you're going to have an Xbox account. And I think there's a little bit of a difference there. And Enshrouded's great, Eric. You're right. Enshrouded is wonderful. Coffee break. My coffee's at that point where it's either I'm going to drink it like a normal human being or I'm going to dump it all over myself. So that's where we're at in the stream right now. Okay. So yeah, hardware, not growing as much as I think people would like. I do think it'll be tough to see massive hardware growth. They might see a little bit of growth, but not as much as they normally do. And going from there. There have been some interesting developments. If you don't know, Sony is looking to purchase Kadokawa. There's been development in the Sony purchasing Kadokawa story. Kadokawa, if you don't know, owns a ton of anime outlets. They also own the publishing rights in Japan to games like Dragon Ball and Cyberpunk. More importantly, they own From Software. They have confirmed that this deal is a thing. There are some articles on the acquisition of Kadokawa Corporation by Sony Group Inc. However, this information is not announced by the company. The company has received an initial letter of intent to acquire the company's shares, but no decision has been made at this time. If there are any facts that should be announced in the future, we will make an announcement in a timely and appropriate manner. So it is actually happening. It is actually happening. Sony could acquire this company. And part of that means that they could eventually own From Software. Josh says, do you think the recent marketing shift from Xbox highlights that they see themselves solely as being the Netflix app of gaming and hardware is done? They've confirmed so many times, Josh, that hardware is not done. They are going to continue investing in hardware. And I do see this fear a lot from fans that they're going to abandon the hardware market. It's just not going to happen. They're going to continue investing in hardware. People look at these numbers and they're like, oh, that number is smaller than PlayStation's. I guess they should just get out of the hardware business. You are still talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Imagine I'm Destin and I make $25 million next year. But, oh man, Bob made $300 million last year. I guess I should just stop making my $25 million. I guess I'm just going to stop making money. Like, that's the logic that's being put out there. That's why it doesn't make sense. I think what's happening, Josh, to to answer your question about what I think they're doing, I think they're working to diversify to increase how much of that money that they're making. And that's what any company should do. Companies want to show growth. They don't want to show stagnation. And I think that they've been very smart about looking towards the future and where people are going to go in terms of their spending habits. And they're saying, we want to diversify because people are going to be utilizing the cloud in 5 years and 10 years. But no, they are not getting out of hardware. Yeah, there is a good logic for this. Just because Toyota does not sell as many trucks as Ford, have they stopped? No. Yeah, they still make trucks. My dad drove a Toyota for years. He loved Toyota. Pampers are pretty expensive. Yeah. So I think Xbox is going to continue to look to diversify their portfolio. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, Xbox is going to become a third-party publisher. I see the comments in chat. They have said clearly they're still going to have content exclusives. They said there's no red line, but there are still going to be content exclusives on the Xbox ecosystem. It's just different. People have been saying Xbox is a third-party publisher since they announced that they're going to go day and date on PC. People have been like throwing shade at Xbox since they modernized their release strategy, and then PlayStation does it and everyone's like, yeah, get them PlayStation. It's just a complete double standard that I don't like. And it's a big reason I didn't like the GI.biz Call of Duty thing. Call of Duty breaks numbers, a few years before Xbox buys them, and then the articles are, oh, this is clearly going to make the most money from PlayStation. I'm not going to let that article go. I think that article was completely ridiculous. And it's weird. It is weird that there's that reaction anytime Xbox does it. It's not the right way, or they're doing it weird, or they're not doing it right. And then PlayStation does literally the same thing. Oh, this is so cool. Look how cool that is on the Portal. You can play games on the go. And Xbox had the same press release. And it's like, this is bad. I'm just like, guys. Yeah, I see it now, Turbo. I see it. Well, when PlayStation does, when PlayStation says there's no red lines, everybody will be talking about how smart they are and how good of a strategy it is and how wonderful everything is. Let's get back to them buying From Software. Speaking of the whole From Software story, do you remember when Xbox was going to buy Activision and everyone's like, this is terrible. It's all going to be over. The whole thing's over. It's all going to end. This is bad. I can't believe it's bad. And then Sony's going to buy Kadokawa, which includes From Software. And they're like, oh, it's so genius. They've been fostering that relationship for years. I'm so glad that the fostered relationship between From Software and Sony finally can come to fruition with them being forcibly purchased by Sony out of desperation. Because the reason I say that, there's a rumor going around that From Software owner Kadokawa may have approached Sony themselves to block a hostile takeover from Kakao. I'm probably saying that wrong, but apparently another company wants to take over them forcibly. So they're like, oh, we need to do something here. Let's go to Sony. As we reported yesterday, Kadokawa officially confirmed that Sony made them an offer, but they have yet to make a decision. As shared on Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, they are theorizing. Oh, Shinobi. He knows what he's talking about. He theorized that this may have something to do with another current Kadokawa shareholder, Kakao. Kadokawa, and Sony are all giant conglomerates with their hands deep in different businesses. Unlike Kadokawa and Sony, Kakao is from South Korea, and their core business is Kakao Talk. Kakao? Is it Kakao? Sorry, I make cookies, so I read Kakao with a K. Kakao Talk, a messaging app that is #1 in revenue for both iOS and Android in their home country. Kakao's scope of business include online banking, transportation, e-commerce, and of course, entertainment. And Kakao Entertainment makes movies and shows, and yes, they produce K-pop. They also own the original Webtoon online comic book platform. Kakao does not have a good reputation in spite of its financial success. We're talking about a company whose founder is embroiled in a gambling scandal from when it launched. This year, Kakao is embroiled in a stock manipulation scandal over their successful hostile takeover of K-pop and entertainment company SM Entertainment. Okay. Sony might be necessary to stop this from happening, if I'm being totally honest. Now, I put the blame for Bungie's woes on Bungie, actually. Now, I know chat's like, oh, look what Sony did with Bungie and all of that. I think that Bungie's woes are solely on Bungie. There are reports, there were leaks around the last layoffs where all the big names went, that Bungie was in such a state that if they kept going with their burn rate, they were just going to go out of business. They needed somebody to buy them, and they sold it to Sony. Bungie would be gone. Sony kept their hands off and were like, do whatever you want. And Bungie missed their revenue by 45%. They missed their own projections by 45%. And now you have this situation where this company has gone to Sony. I believe this. I actually believe this story. Typically, the two parties agree to share price for a deal. Sony's not going to end up paying whatever Kadokawa's valuation rises to. What I meant was, now if Kakao wanted to do a takeover, they'd have to cough up even more cash, so leaking it intentionally could make sense. If you feel like you've been reading one too many stories about hostile takeovers in video games, you aren't imagining things. We've been reporting on a different situation with Ubisoft, but one that could lead to the Guillemot family being bought out by Tencent, and I've talked about that on this channel. It's a notable story. But here we will share our own insight in this Sony Kadokawa situation, and something that you may not have wanted to read. Japan recently passed a new law that enable and no longer block hostile takeovers of Japanese companies. The rules in Japan are different than they are in America. And I think that's a big reason why with the Activision Blizzard purchase, Japan was like, whatever. And just like they're saying, yeah, whatever with this one too. Got another Mike Ibarra tweet. He's been on fire lately. If Sony does purchase From Software, it's probably a top 2 acquisition in video gaming in the last 15 plus years, if not ever. The other being Minecraft and Microsoft for only $2.5 billion. From Software is incredible, releasing games on an accelerated pace that are AAA and epic. The track record is fantastic. The only thing bigger would be buying Valve or Nintendo, and I don't see either of those happening in any scenario. Exciting times. Again, with the I'm more worried about the deal between Kadokawa and From Software, knowing that Kadokawa is in a hostile takeover situation. If Kadokawa is allowed to be bought by this other company, that's bad. So they're in a situation where they either need to be purchased by Sony, or From Software is going to be in a very bad place with this other parent company. That's some very, very important context. I wouldn't say that's exciting. I usually don't agree with Ibarra. I don't think it's exciting. I think we're at a point where it could be bad. No, I'm not saying Sony is hostile, to be clear. The other company is the hostile takeover. So to be extra clear, the other company is attempting to do a hostile takeover. Sony is coming in, and Sony has made a counter offer because they want Kadokawa, and Sony has made a huge investment in anime, and obviously the From Software relationship is there, so it makes sense. I don't like the idea of anybody owning From Software. I've been to their studio. They're a very independent place. Like, they like to sort of do whatever. And I do worry that if anybody purchases them, they're going to mess with the secret sauce that's going on over there at FromSoft. And I just don't want anybody to mess with that. And so far, they have managed to stave off anything like that. Yeah, so Special Nick is being clear. Pretty sure Kadokawa went to Sony in order to avoid the hostile takeover. I think that's exactly what happened. And that makes sense. There is no reason where this mega company would have went to Sony. They were doing fine. The problem is this other company can just buy them because they have the money. Now, the question is what happens afterwards. So just to clarify, because a lot of people are like, what do you mean by hostile takeover? There's a company called, here, it's in this article from GamerRanks. It is Kakao. There's this company, Kakao, that is basically going to buy enough stock in Kadokawa that they get Kadokawa. There's nothing Kadokawa can do about it. There's nothing From Software can do about it. If they can buy enough stock, it's over. They own From Software. They own Kadokawa. They own all the anime. They have publishing rights for gaming in Japan. Because Japan does not have an anti-monopoly practice, there will be no investigation. It's just a decision where they're able to purchase this company. So Kadokawa went to Sony in order to say, look, Sony, we're not particularly looking to sell, but we have to sell or we're screwed. This is the one reason why having the FTC and having these larger legal entities involved in deals like this is a good thing. For me, I personally am not too worried about who buys what, except for in a situation like this, where it's a company that is problematic, for lack of a better term, with claims of gambling and claims of sketchy things on the stock market happening at their parent company, looking to buy this massive anime and gaming company. Like, those are the kind of deals that somebody should be there to block. So yeah, it's pretty crazy that this is actually happening. And that actually gives me a lot more understanding about why Sony and Kadokawa would even be in that instance. I don't care so much if Sony buys them. I honestly, if I had the choice now, like Sony or this other company with gambling addiction problems and stock market manipulation claims, Sony all the way. How would you feel if Microsoft threw their hat in the ring and Microsoft outbid Sony? What if Microsoft bought this company? Microsoft did say recently they're looking to buy more Asia-based companies based in Asia. Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure Japan is included in Asia. It's a big place. How would you feel about that? Everybody seems pretty good about Sony. What if Microsoft, like, hey, good guy Microsoft's going to come in and save this company from a hostile takeover? Bill finally making that big investment in anime. Wouldn't that be great? Everybody's so happy that if Sony did it, wouldn't it be wonderful if Xbox did it? Let's do a poll. Should Xbox buy Kadokawa to save them from the hostile takeover? Let's see what chat says. Man, it would be so great if Microsoft saved Kadokawa. I'm being tongue in cheek. Honestly, though, I don't care if it's Sony or whoever, as long as it's not this other company. Based on just what I read in this one article about it, that makes me more nervous about From Software than anything. I don't care who buys them. And then there was this other article from Japan Times where it basically says, just talking about hypothetically if Sony ends up buying this company, like in Elden Ring, Sony must learn from its mistakes. And there were a few quotes I wanted to pull out of this article. Gamers must hope that Sony, like Elden Ring players, can learn from its failures. Overshadowing the potential deal is another recent purchase, the 2023 acquisition of Firewalk Studios, which created the online shooter Concord. Released earlier this year and shut down within weeks, Concord was a veritable Heaven's Gate level flop. I don't know what that reference is. And everything Elden Ring is not. A checklist developed world of generic characters and settings inhabiting gameplay that chased trends rather than defining them. Agree. After pulling the plug on that game, Sony shuttered the studio last month. The company has put on a brave face, noting earlier this month that it had learned a lot from the failure, but it raises serious questions about Sony's internal decision-making and oversight. The losses on Concord likely run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. A movie that lost as much money would receive far more bad press. It was a big blunder by Sony, to be sure. And with Kadokawa trading at a value of less than $3 billion before reports of the acquisition, a fraction of the $69 billion Microsoft paid for Activision Blizzard, or just twice of what Blackstone is paying for an online manga platform, it's one of the great bargains available in this space. Sony has plenty of history and failure, from its early issues with movie studio Columbia, bought in 1989, to today's travails, but as Elden Ring shows, failure when combined with perseverance is the key to success. So a bit of a balanced story, I think. On the one hand, they're saying, hey, Sony has had a lot of pitfalls in terms of what they have purchased lately. They talk about Firewalk, they talk about the Bungie layoffs, but if they're able to persevere and figure out what to do with at least From Software, there could be a chance for success here. And that's sort of where the story is left off on in that particular instance. Yeah, definitely one that is a bit interesting, at least to me. Sorry, I accidentally opened a tab here. Where was I? How do you feel about it? Do you hope that somebody else beyond that one company ends up buying Kadokawa? I do. With the additional context that there's a potential hostile takeover happening, I'd rather Sony or anybody buys them. Like, even if that means all the games go exclusives on PlayStation, I think if that's what is required to allow From Software to keep creating, great. However, my only concern would be any meddling from Sony, because From Software is one of those studios. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let them cook. I have to imagine that From Software doesn't feel great about this outcome, though. Anyway, moving on, we got to talk about the Game of the Year awards. So the Game of the Year nominees came out, and I've talked about it a little bit. We have Astrobot, we have Balatro, we have Black Myth Wukong, we have Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. I have not talked to a single person who agrees with DLC being on the #1 Game of the Year list. Why? Because it is a DLC to a game that released in 2022, and it knocks off several frontrunner contenders, including one of my top picks, Space Marine 2, from even being nominated for Game of the Year. DLC should have its own category. DLC should not be on the Game of the Year list. I don't care what Jeff Keighley says. I don't care what anybody says. It's ridiculous, especially in this instance, because just like with other DLCs, you need to have played the original game that came out. In Elden Ring's case, you need to have intimate knowledge of how to play the original Elden Ring released in 2022, know the specific boss and egg thing that you need to go into in order to access the DLC, and that can take 10 to 30 hours, however long it takes for you to get in there. And I haven't seen a single person who supports this. So I don't know why the change was made. There are so many games that deserve that spot. DLC should have been its own category. Elden Ring shouldn't be nominated for Game of the Year. Not Shadow of the Erdtree. Elden Ring already won in every single category that existed when it came out. So out of all of these, look, I don't care how you feel about Black Myth or a remake being on the list. This is a problem. This shouldn't be here. It should be called out. It just shouldn't be on the list. And like, we can have a discussion about remakes. Granted, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is basically like a whole new game. I would say Resident Evil 4 was a little bit more problematic because it was more like a 1-to-1 remake or closer to a 1-to-1 remake than Final Fantasy VII is. But I'm less worried about Final Fantasy than I am about Elden Ring. Elden Ring shouldn't be on the list. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to have Elden Ring on the list. That's just my hot take. And it seems like chat largely agrees. Like, this isn't one we're having big disagreements about. Resident Evil was a whole new game, but it was basically 1-to-1 with the original. It was just updated graphics. And yeah, I know they do a whole new engine and everything like that. I don't like remakes being on the Game of the Year list, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, all right, whatever. However, a DLC being on the list, hell no. That one's a hard pass on. That is my red line for Game of the Year nomination. Elden Ring will not be getting my vote. I voted for Game of the Year. It is not Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. My pick is still Black Myth Wukong. I need to play more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I need to play more Metaphor ReFantazio. Honestly, out of those two, the only one that would have a chance would be Metaphor ReFantazio. I played Astrobot. It's great. I understand why it's there. Absolutely deserves its place. I played Balatro. Totally get it. Makes sense. It may not be what we traditionally think about Game of the Year. Deserves its spot. Black Myth Wukong. I like it because of its ability to respect its roots. It like went to places in China and scanned those locations into the game and did a great job of representing those. Final Fantasy VII, like the combat's really fun. The graphics look beautiful, especially on the Pro. The storytelling is really, really good. Very, very compelling, wonderful game. Metaphor ReFantazio, it's fantastic. I hope, look, if it's not going to be Black Myth, I hope it's Metaphor. If it's not Black Myth, I want it to be Metaphor. Period. If anybody else wins Game of the Year, I would be like, all right. How do you feel, chat? Let's just do a quick chat poll. How many can I pick? Okay, I only put 4. We'll say we're not going to put Elden Ring on the list. And we'll take Balatro off of the list. So we'll say Astro, Black Myth. All right. What's your Game of the Year? And like, if it is Balatro or Elden Ring, you can write it in, but I'm curious. We're going to do a YouTube poll. I want to know, do you think out of all these games, which would be your pick? My pick is still leaning towards Black Myth. Need to play more Metaphor and need to play more Final Fantasy, but I feel like I played enough where I can make the call. Yeah. So it looks like chat is sort of where I'm at with the whole thing. 39% for Metaphor, 37%. Okay, it's 37-37, split right down the middle for Black Myth and Metaphor. I'm right with you. I feel exactly the same. And it's like flip-flopping literally in real time, back and forth. I think it's going to be like that for a lot of people. Dark says Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I highly recommend playing both Black Myth and Metaphor. I think Black Myth is really a solid game. I'm going to be curious to see where that games end up landing. I do think one of those two are going to take it. But do you want to see Balatro? All right. Let me see here. I'll show you guys Balatro just so you have a little bit of context, because I see some people in chat are like, I don't know what Balatro is. Let's just bring it up really fast. So I'll just do it without audio because it's like a talk show. This is Balatro. It's just sort of like a card game. It's their take on poker. And long story short, you get a deck with mods and I'll just start a new run. Okay, so this is an old run that I left off on. Dwayne says, I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth should definitely be in there because Square Enix really needs to win right now. Why do they need to win right now? I mean, if it's cool that it's there, Dwayne, but I don't know why they would need to win. So this is my last round. I won. Long story short, you can buy upgrades in between each rounds. I haven't discovered this one, so I always just buy the one I haven't discovered. And then it says I haven't discovered this, but I don't have enough money. So then you get these challenges. Like I need to get $800 worth of points, and I have these multipliers that help me. So like I have a bonus for any straight flush and some sort of double tag. I don't know what that is. And then you do the blinds, and basically you just try and get the points. This is it, basically. This is what Balatro is. I'm going to get rid of these. 9-10 Jack Queen. Oh, wait, I got a straight. So we'll just do the straight. And if you like poker, if you like cards, I could see this being like something that you would be into, but this is Balatro and this is the game. And I get, if you don't like get it, totally understand, but it's sort of fun, the roguelike elements, and that's probably enough to win the thing. It's like a what's it called? Roguelite type game, and you get to pick your perks, and then you just try and make the best hand possible, and you keep going, and there's boss rounds, and largely this is the whole game. It's not actual poker. It's made by one person, and they just wanted to teach their friends about poker and why they like it. Why am I getting all these not discovered cards? See, I don't even care. I'm just earn $2 per discard. You can also discard. So one fun thing you can do is like, I can discard these and I can do that 3 times. Well, I mean, this is a pretty good hand, right? And then you just try and win this. Yeah. So like there's this. And the reason a lot of people are upset is they're like, this one over Space Marine 2. A lot of people compare it to a mobile game, but I like this game. I actually think this game is great. I'm totally fine with it being on the list. I think it's really, really fun. And if you actually play it, it's just got this really, really good loop to it in terms of like earning points and just sort of having a good time playing the card game. And I'm just showing it real quick so that you can get an idea of what it is and have that context. So when you're having conversations about it, you can be like, oh, I saw Destin play Balatro. I kind of get what it is now. Yeah, it's just sort of a card game. And you get these multipliers. So I have a 55 chip count, negative 5 chips for everyone I play. I earned $4 for straight. I can sell this for a double tag. I don't know what that is. 8 ball, 1 in 4 chance for each played 8 to create a tarot card when scored. And then those are like other perks you can get here. And you get $2 per discard if no discards are used by the end of the round. So every discard I'm not using, I'm getting bonus cash. And then there's another not discovered. We're going to sell. Oh, I can have an extra one. So we'll do one more round. And this is, so cards drawn face down after each hand play. So every time after the first draw, I end up getting more cards, but they're going to be drawn face down. So how much can we do? Let's do 4s and queens, and anything drawn, we'll know if it's we'll know if it's below 10, and I can just play 10 and up. I'm just going to discard. Oof, this is going to be a tough one, y'all. Okay, so we know that's an ace, obviously. This could be a 10. So let's discard these and get some more. So we got aces and 5s. Let's go for that. And this one's hard. So like they have this additional challenge that they offer to you as you play, and you can play it. And I still have 2 more hands. I don't think I'm going to win this. I think it's going to be a bust. So these are face cards. I'm going to just discard all of these. Oh, that's not good for me. It's not good for your old pal Destin here. Let's just see what happens. I'll take a high card. Why not? I have 1 more hand. I need like a mega hand. All right, well, how many discards do I have? 2? Oh, no, I meant to discard that one. Well, let's just see what happens, y'all. Whatever it is, I'm going to play it. Think it's a queen? Let's see what happens. Oh, it's a king. No, there's no way I win this. See, I'm like getting into it. I'm having fun with it. So anyway, that's sort of the game. I'm going to lose this draw. But long story short, that's Balatro if you were sort of curious. And you unlock cards and you level up and everything. I get it. There are a lot of entries that should have been on the list. But yeah. Game Awards, one actor who I really think deserved it was Melina Juergens. I wasn't the biggest fan of Hellblade 2, but I think she's fantastic in her roles. I think she has done a really, really good job every time she presents. And I'm really, really happy to see that she got nominated. Daniel making a great joke here. I heard Helldivers 2 was going to be on Game of the Year list, but not enough judges had a PSN account. Funny enough, the judges list include people who probably live in territories where PSN isn't available, so they had to pull Helldivers 2 out. But yeah. Over on the Golden Joysticks, going with chat here, and Destin, Black Myth Wukong won the Ultimate Game of the Year award at Golden Joystick Awards. So that is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see, and they were pretty stoked about that. Very happy to see it. They even said, Dear Destin ones, we are delighted to announce that Black Myth Wukong has received nominations from the Game Awards in the following categories: Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Action Game, Best Art Direction. As the saying goes, however high the mountain, it can be scaled. However deep the water, it can be sailed. Your love and support are greatly appreciated. Please vote for us at, and then the link. I think the fan vote, hands down, will go to Black Myth Wukong. There's no doubt in my mind that Black Myth Wukong wins the popular vote. They won the popular vote in the Golden Joysticks. So I just think it's going to win. Aries with the 10 gifted. Thank you so much, Aries. It's good to see you again. I appreciate you stopping by to drop off 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to go ahead and write that on the board. Congrats to everybody who got a free membership from Aries. Thank you, Aries. Dang. However much the budget, it can be failed. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Black Myth. Friends playing through it right now and complaining the whole way. But yeah, Ultimate Game of the Year. Here's who it was up against. It was up against Animal Well, Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth, Call of Duty, Dragon Age Veilguard, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Helldivers 2, Metaphor ReFantazio, Satisfactory, Silent Hill 2, Tekken 8. Look, regardless of what you think about Veilguard, it does not deserve a Game of the Year. I shouldn't say deserve. It's just not there, in my opinion. It has too many things holding it back. But anyway, it's fan voted, so whatever. And if you're a Black Myth Wukong fan, Black Myth Wukong will have some surprises later this year, says director. Black Myth Wukong director Feng Ji has said that the game will receive some surprises later this year. The news came from the Golden Joystick Awards, where Black Myth Wukong won Game of the Year. Ji commented during their accepted speech, there might just be some surprises waiting for you later this year. Game Awards are right around the corner. They said something about welcoming new players. Some have jumped to the conclusion that the announcement could be a port to the Xbox platform, which is entirely possible. But Ji's comment of a surprise came after he said that you players might have already completed our game, suggesting that the surprise is for those who have already played. So long story short, seems to be indicating that one of two things are going to happen. They're either going to get a beefy DLC that add new encounters to face off against, or I should say, it's coming to the Xbox platform. I think it's going to be a little column A and a little column B, and I am absolutely here for it. I think that's everything that I was going to cover off on today. So I'm going to leave it to you, chat. Which game? No, we're going to play Stalker. I don't want to do that. I want to play Metaphor off air. I was going to say, do you want to play Metaphor or do you want to play Stalker? But no, we're going to do Stalker today at the end of the show. We didn't reach the Q&A goal, but we still have a couple hours before that ends. And we're only at we're technically at 8 of 10 because I screwed up the goal initially. So we'll play a little bit of Stalker. I was going to say Stalker or Metaphor, but Metaphor is like an RPG. I would rather play that one off air. Content warning. Oh God, let me just make sure I'm not going to do something crazy. Content warning. This is Stalker. Let me get all my audio set up here. They're compiling shaders. Properties. This needs to be set to game. And I'm not very good at video games, though. It is a requirement for anybody working in online to be bad at video games, unless you're like pro. So I think we're going to play a little bit more Stalker 2. Somebody said, really enjoyed your PoE content on IGN. Thanks. I actually worked to build the original wiki for Path of Exile 2, including descriptions of some of the classes that we had known about. So a lot of the original guide work on IGN was just templates and stuff that I built. Have you got December 6th free? I didn't back the original, but I will be playing on December 6th. I'll probably, if I have to, I'll get the $30 edition. They might send codes. I don't know. No, if you're a gaming journalist, you are no good at games. That is the prerequisite. Got it. Got it. Well, anyway, we are going to play a little bit of Stalker 2. Like I said, full warning, full disclosure. I'm not good at video games. I also can't hear anything at the moment. I started over from where I was, and I've been getting my butt kicked. So let's just see how it goes. Let's give it a little bit of time, and I'm happy to talk about whatever else that I may have missed from the live stream portion.
All right, you stupid asshole. Get over here.
Oh, yeah. So I just saved what's his name from the beginning.
Why don't you come a little closer? Let me get a better idea.
I've got something I need to take care of, so...
I gotta change
why
my
don't you
monitor
take
real
a
quick.
breather and cool off? I'll be right back.
Dumbass.
Something's wrong with how things compiled. It didn't look like this last time I played. Anyway. So I already looted this. Did I miss this last time? Oh, I sure did. Yeah, I'm going to attach that. That's for sure. I just take everything. So last time I went... where's that silencer? If you receive the weapon attachment compatible with your weapons, you can attach it in I or F1. Okay, yes. I can read. Got it. Okay. All right, so where was that silencer? I do want to put that on. All right, let's go. Did I already loot these guys? I did. Yeah, something's up with the graphics. I don't know if the shader's compiled weird or what. Do I even have room for this stuff? The plan was I was going to go to the next town and just sell all this junk or throw it in my stash. The town's not very far by, but I haven't gone there yet. You can press R to take an item. R, what do you mean? All right, so there was this cave back here. I can just show you really quick, but I got nuked the last time I went in here. Oh, is this a... Oh, I have radiation poisoning. That's why it's being weird. That's part of it anyway. Water. Where's the radiation one? This one. Anyway, I've got a gig to attend. Thank you, Steve. I really appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, I do dig Stalker. It's definitely, oh, I think they're saying you can press R to take all. Oh, okay. That is a good tip. Thank you. Yeah, so there's this back area. But if you go back here, it's, you have a stamina gauge. Night Destin, thank you, Widja. I just thought I'd play a little Stalker. How's the audio balance? Is it okay? Maybe I'd turn it down a little bit. So then you go here and... set yourself on fire. How do I get the thing here though? Yeah, I can't go out there. I want to get the upgrade thing. I'm just going to assume it's not there. Anyway, I went there last time and I died. There's a bunch of mutants outside and it's not worth it. So I'm going to try. That's going to bug me with the... Uh-oh. I hear bad things. Oops, wrong button. So we need to go to whatever that is. What's Zaslina? Is that the... Yeah, we're going that way. I remember going the other way, but whatever. Do you think I really need all the guns? Bye, Steve. See you later, dude. Don't carry all those weapons. It slows you down, and broken weapons can't be traded. You can repair them and trade them, though. Should I just ditch them, you think? What do you think, chat? Ditch the broken stuff? Drop these. Just remember, they're on the road. What do you think? Should I drop them, chat? I need your take. I got a bunch of broken stuff. Expensive to repair. Oh, that one's not broken. Definitely keep that one. All right. Wait, I got one more gun here. Oh, I have two? Sure. What about these PDAs? Do I need those? Oh, great. Why are your weapons broken? They just, once you kill somebody, they're usually broken. That's just how it is. I've done this before and I forget how to get over there. Go through the barn, maybe? I can picture Destin breaking his gun because he used them as a melee weapon. What's melee? Yeah, it's V. Wait, did I accidentally map reload? I tried to set my fire mode to the bottom mouse button, but I kind of screwed it up. Oh, hi, dead guy. Not taking the guns. Chat says don't take the guns. I'm going to leave them. I'm glad this game has mouse and keyboard support. He melee too hard. Bam. I didn't go this way last time. And I didn't do the sniper rifle mission yet either. What? All the candles are creepy. Okay, the first time I did this, I went through here and you like insta die if you go through here. So you got to go around here. Oh, and then that, yeah, that's the town right there. I just got to walk into town. Hide your weapon, H. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost walked right into that one. Go away. It's gone. I made it. What if I walk up holding a bolt? Do they like insta aggro on you? Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Hi. I'm just gonna walk into your town. I guess you're cool. Alright, cool, cool. Let's go. Is it telling me to sit here? We made it to the first town. Yeah, it's a pretty chill game for the most part. It's running way better than originally when I played it. Like, I probably would have died to something invisible 3 times the first time that I played it. Oh, I need to eat food. My quick action bar went away again. I don't remember what these are mapped to. Let's just eat something. Yeah, eat that sausage. Oh, cutscene. Here we go.
I'm looking for Sauter.
Nope. Talk to Gaffer. That's him over there.
Big dramatic scene.
What do you want?
How do y'all like this format where I like do the news and then
Sit
play a
down,
game for a
Stay
bit?
out of sight.
I do like to show, hey, I actually play games.
3 of my men never
'Cause
reported
nobody
back
can say
from
I
their
don't
overnight
know.
patrol around the Lesser Zone. We found their bodies by the old bridge.
Hey,
I think it's fun.
Soldier
I like it.
over
Cool.
here.
Thanks for hanging out.
what do you call 3 dead wardens up the zone's ass? A good start.
Drama.
A trader who goes
My
by
game of the year is Black Myth.
peddling this service weapon that belonged to one of those wardens. He got it from Squint.
I need to play Final
Apologies,
Fantasy VII
Captain.
Rebirth,
Zalicia is a free trade zone. We have an agreement with Korshinov.
which
Where
is a
is
sequel.
The zone has its share of secrets. Who are we to meddle in its designs?
Playing a wizened stalker sage, are
And
you?
more metaphor.
Fine. Squint was there for sure,
I watch your stuff in the
Finished
morning,
off the
but realized
wounded?
I saw the content over the weekend.
and looted their bodies.
I try and post around 7 every
Is that the
day, but
stalker
sometimes
way
it doesn't
now?
work. Mark, I'll be totally honest with you. I haven't really touched the PlayStation 5 Pro. I've had so much
I
going on.
suppose it's not that simple.
All right. If you won't tell me, others will. Seize them.
Easy now. Nobody's going anywhere.
If
I
you
think
don't
it's a
want
little
the innocent
over
to
dramatic
suffer,
in the intro here.
Find me the culprit.
Well then, in times of war,
In times of war.
the law falls silent.
Your beer didn't move. This beer just like stayed exactly how it
Hey,
was.
Stalker. Must be new here. Come over here. Let's
Sure.
have a chat.
Give me those quests that I already grabbed.
That's
first
how
time I
we're all
played.
here in Zalicia. Those maniacs are gonna drink all my vodka in the street.
If anyone asks, I'm at home and busy.
I've heard the
Anyone
Ukrainians
at all?
a little better.
Anyone.
Don't buy into that whole dog and pony show, rookie. Gaffer's being uppity, cause
Yeah, he calls
thought
you
of
a
lads.
stalker.
If Korshinov was here instead of him, we'd have been standing against the wall already. The captain prefers a more diplomatic approach.
Who should I ask about Solder?
Who should I ask about Sauter?
Try Zotov. The ward can find anyone you want as long as you can
Got
cut a
it.
deal with them, and you're okay with their methods. Or you could ask Gaffer. Just give him some time to get to his house. He's an easygoing guy. He usually helps rookies out, but he's had to deal with a year's worth of crap today. See ya. Good luck. First drinks on the house if you need it. And I get the feeling you're gonna need it.
I'm good.
I don't feel like
Is
I'm just
this
going to take
done?
his job. I've already seen this dialogue, so I'm just going to take his quest.
know-
I think he has one more. No.
got any work for me.
Sure.
Let's take fight
There
some
have been some
thugs.
people. Well,
Okay.
I'll do it.
bring.
I don't care. Wait, what? I never noticed this before. I've chosen not to speak openly about this, but hear me out. I've had enough. Bring this up in public one more time, and we'll have a different kind of conversation. We stand by our own. Always have, always will. I hope that got through to you. The Gaffer. Okay. Somebody does not like Warlock for whatever reason.
Come over here, rookie. We need to talk.
I can probably just kill him, right? Just kidding.
Here's the deal. I'm ready to
I've never
pass
played
some
Stalker
wisdom
before.
onto you. Right here, right now. And totally free of charge. Interested?
Who
Sure.
could turn down such a generous offer? I'm all ears.
Back on the mainland, Mom and Dad were the most important people in the world, right? But here in the zone, it's the tech and the trader. And their love comes with a price tag.
I just noticed the
Loot
water tower in the
or
background.
coupons. Got it?
I was hoping for...
That's his advice. All right.
That's it. Finally.
Is there anything up
Settled
there?
my time
Can I
with
go up
Gaff.
to that thing?
Now I'm off to the swamps. But I won't have to put up with
I'm gonna go talk to this bro.
I hope you're here to talk business.
I've heard you can help me find solder.
You'll have to help me out first, Stalker. You know what I'm talking about.
I
Squint?
have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, Squint.
Exactly.
Fine. What do you want me to do?
Squint is a piece of shit. But as far as the locals
News
are
and
concerned,
street
he's a
games
stalker
equals
first
A
and
plus. All
foremost.
right.
And he knows his way around the lesser zone. Stalker like you might have an easier time looking for him.
How do I know you're not gonna screw me?
We're neither hustlers nor bandits. The ward keeps its word. Sure, the loners call us various names, but they've never accused us of scamming anyone. I want the sensor Squint took from the bodies of my men. If anything happens to him, I won't be too upset. I'm not going to insist, though.
He just
You don't
wants
want
the
job,
sensor.
Somebody else will take it. So you made up your mind. I knew the lesser zone had its share of reasonable people.
Here's the deal. I tell you what I know, and you stop harassing our guys. Sound fair?
We'll see. Spill it out.
I asked around. I think he's nearby, at the warehouse. If you send a squad there...
He'll spot a squad at once. I'd rather have our friend take a look. In the meantime, I'll try to find you some answers, Stalker.
I think it'd be better to send your own men, Captain. They're experienced professionals.
Yeah, Stalker 1 before Stalker 2.
Easy now, Uncle Lonya. Let's just have a seat and wait for news from whatever place you want me to send my men so badly. You've got your orders, Stalker. Good hunting.
You think it's a trap? I'll use teleport a little bit. So last time I played, this guy was in the ground, so already we're doing better. Is there a way I can... Oh yeah, you can sleep back here and pass time, right? Because I want to sleep until morning. I swear there was a cot or something that you're able to sleep in. Can't. My light doesn't turn on all the times. Yeah, is there a cot somewhere? Where's the barracks? Oh, I think it's over here. Wait, wasn't I supposed to talk to Gaffer? What's over there? There's something I was supposed to do over here. I want to say the... Oops, okay.
I know it's dangerous, but I'm offering you good money here.
Oh yeah, another
Sure
quest.
You are. No way, man.
I just want to get
Find
all the
yourself
quests,
some
and then I
other
can go
dope,
out into the
willing
open
to
world and get
march
them
into
all.
certain death.
Anybody in chat actually played Stalker 2?
Welcome to the area,
give me your quest.
Stalker.
Yeah. Let's see.
I've got the best deals if it... Well... You...
It tells you about
So,
Squint. Sorry, I've done
you
this
know
like
where
3
I can
times, so I'm skipping some of the parts. I
Then
know
again,
you're probably into
if
it,
I
but
knew
yeah.
a dude like him, I could... Like...
And then you can trade with
Well,
them.
show me what you've got.
Played it briefly on the Series X, and it seems all great. I want to sell these PDAs. Do I use these for anything? Do I need to save these PDAs? I can't sell these, right? Yeah. I'm gonna drop them. Well, I can sell these, though. I don't actually want any of these broken things. You get... Sure, let's do it. Oh, I'll sell this one, too. That one's worth, like, 500. I'm about 5 hours in. This is like the first hour or two, because this is like past the tutorial, and I'm skipping all the dialogue, but yeah.
Thanks. See ya.
So I'm not supposed to talk to that guy. I'm going to take a nap back here so I can actually see what I'm doing. I don't think there's any penalty in this game about passing time or anything. Random question for those watching. Does my camera need to be bigger, or is it a good camera to game ratio? Oh yeah, is this my stash? Great, you can have this, and you can take whichever one of these work worse. You can take 100% durability. You can take that one. All that other stuff's fine. Boop. No, FOV. Yeah, I mean, I could increase FOV, but I'm fine with it right now. Oops. And there was this guy over here who repairs your
I
stuff.
had a good run. Got 3 whole artifacts. Hamster was jumping with freaking joy.
I just left it on
could go
default.
back any day now.
My camera, like
So what are you still doing here?
this camera.
Fuck those. It's like I got it, but you can't even see the sunset out there, right? Just concrete boxes all the way to the sky.
Bloody
Too
hell,
big?
lad.
And at night, lights everywhere. Can't see a single
That
star.
camera.
Here, there's a whole bunch
I do
of
stream on Twitch,
Pick your
twitch.tv/Destin
That's
Lionheart.
it. The zone's got you.
Nah, that's the mainland.
Too
that
big?
Finally let me go.
Better.
Well, what do you want?
Oh, I can talk to this guy?
It's a lot better since we switched over to Mikluchas coupons. Back in the day, you'd walk around with those stupid papers like a dumbass. Now it's all on your PDA.
I think the game looks pretty good.
Yeah, bye.
You need anything?
I just need missions if you got one.
Suchin's got the sphere soldiers by the balls. Poor bastards can't even
Can't say
farm
what you
out.
really want to on Twitch and
Used to
YouTube,
hang
man.
out at our bar back in the day, and now they're shooting.
I think you can.
Get yourself some nice loot.
Top right or left could also work. I'm fine with it being... I like it to be sort of here. This is part of my mission. I gotta talk to this
Are you
dude.
new here? Come on in, make yourself at home, but don't get too comfortable. If you need anything fixed,
Technicians can
I'm your
repair,
man.
upgrade your gear and
If
weapons.
you want to swap some stories, go to Mikolajec or the Gaffer. They got all kinds of baloney to choose from.
G2G.
All right.
Thank you, Philaroni. I really appreciate you
got
hanging
there?
out. You're gonna watch football. It's football day, huh?
Need a hand with anything?
I'm glad you're here. As a matter of fact, I do. A bunch of diggers who used to bring me all sorts of useful stuff have gone off
Have a
the
go and
radar.
Philaroni. We feed the shrimp. We try and
feeling
feed
a
them every
little
other day,
uneasy
but the
about
kids really like to feed them like every day. I'll do it. I don't really care.
Need anything fixed? Come on, speak up. Tell me what
Yeah, I
you
want to
need,
upgrade
and
stuff.
I'll see what I can do.
See you next week, Phil. Oh, I can upgrade my jacket? What can I do here? I don't know. I'm not going to mess with any of this stuff yet.
So long. See you around.
Am I supposed to ask him about Squint?
So long. See you around.
All right. No mission updates. Ah, Bloom. Okay, I think there's something else I was supposed to do in here. Let me just look here quick. That, next to the flag, side activity. This guy?
Hey, buddy! Over here!
Oh wait,
Wanna
isn't this
make
the
some
guy?
money? How about a little wager, man? There's a pack of blind dogs wandering about, and I've been hired to hunt them down. If you shoot more of them than I do, the money's yours. If you don't,
Sure, I'll do it.
it's all mine. What do you think?
Pretty sure I'll win this, so...
A
I'm in.
wager, huh? Let's do it.
Let's get going then. They could scatter at any time. Follow the trail.
What's down here?
Stay in the trail.
What trail? What's he talking about? Oh. Hey, you're cheating.
Want to hear a joke? It just came to me. Check it out. How come Burrs don't have any ID? 'Cause of bureaucracy.
Alright, this guy seems cool. Tells bad jokes. I dig him.
Oh, here's another one. Why'd the poltergeist lose weight? 'Cause it kept tossing its cookies.
Poltergeist. Where are we going? Dad jokes. Yeah, he's my kind of guy. Something's gonna kill him, right? Yeah, hey bro, starting to think we should call this thing off.
Here they are, the dog pens. They used to be the cow sheds, but I don't see any cows here. Plenty of dogs though. You ready?
Okay, go kill dogs. That's what we're doing. Where's biting me? This is bad. Ah, my clever. Did I win?
Guess that's it. Nice shooting. All right, now for the serious part.
What?
One of the dogs has a collar. We have to find it.
That wasn't the
Those
deal.
things emit a lot of radiation. If you hear static, watch your step.
Wait,
Keep on
what?
looking. Work before play, right?
That wasn't the mission. Whatever, I'll take it. Oh, where are you going? Stop. Wait. I'm so confused. He just said it was a competition. And now he's like, go get the tail. Go get the dog tag.
You're one hell of a sniper, man. I didn't expect a rookie to beat me. Well,
I'm
money's
so
all yours.
confused.
What do you think of this whole collar business? I don't know what kind of freaks put them on dogs, but I'm the guy they hired to bring them back. These dogs are all over the Lesser Zone. I'm getting tired of this crap. Sometimes a dog gets into an anomaly, sometimes the static is loud and clear, but yet there are no dogs in sight. Not a one.
Do you need a hand?
Actually, one stupid-ass dog. If you...
Yeah, he wants me to go get the dogs. Got it.
That dog for time to get to work.
Okay. Find the collar on a mutant near Bulba. I bet this is some side quest that just gives you some stupid overpowered thing. Okay, I've done this side mission during the preview. I don't want to do that one again. That's just the location. An errand for Warlock. Kill the bandit. Let's go kill the bandits. I want to go do that one. Oh, I should probably heal and eat. Hot dog time. Yum 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 yum. Oh, I'm not full yet. I'll eat another hot dog. Yum 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 yum. We got gas clouds over there. I think I encountered these guys earlier. Do I have any other ammo type I can use? 18 rounds of that. That's probably my best one. I could switch to single fire. Alright, so these guys are ways away. What's your PC specs, bro? You packing a 4090? Ryzen? Yeah, I think I have the... Oh, shit. I was reading chat. This bad. I'm screwed. Yeah, there's... I was... Oh, man. I don't want to know where my last save was. That was really bad. I got distracted by the PC stats. Please be after the dog thing. Okay. Alright. Well, now I know where the dogs are. Alright. Gotta eat some hot dogs. Yum, 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 yum. It's alright. I got really lucky. It saved nearby. But I think I can snipe some of these guys with my pistol. Now that I know where they are. Why is it crackling? Is one of those storms coming? Are one of those storms coming? Yep. Oh shoot, I'm gonna die. Oh, I ran right into the other one. 100, they're like way further away this time. Can I not? Alright. The game's much better optimized than I thought. Like, there were all those talks about performance and I encountered them and then they patched it and it's been much, much better. So they notice me. If I go into the shrubbery, can they still see me? Like, how much closer can I get? Oh, they have skulls. That's good, right? When they have skulls, that means they're going to be your friend. Oh, I'm spotted. How do they... This is bullshit. Where? That would be bad if you did that. I'm done. Where are you? He's dead, right? I have 3 rounds left. That was a nade! Hey, shithead. Let's go. I don't want to know their story. I don't care. You tried to kill me. You're done. Where's this gun, though? I want all your ammo. That was a very resource-intensive fight. They took, like, all my ammo. I remapped my lean button. Because by default, it's, like, sort of weird for me. So I just remap it. Wait, weren't one of those guns in yellow condition? Oh, I didn't even loot this guy. Let me take a look. Yeah, I'll take yellow guns because I can sell those. Did I get them all? Did I miss any looties? Looty shooties? Drop that. Alright, we did it. And all it took was almost all of my resources. Well, they just instant aggroed on me. I didn't even do anything. This is not fair. I do like this game. Oh. There it is. A lot of anomalies. Can I fast travel? I have to check. On track. No fast travel. I didn't. The Lost Boys. Let's go do the Lost Boys mission. I'm already out here. Why not? I'm good enough on resources to go do this, right? What is this? I want them. Oh. Oh no, this is where I got the vendor. Wait, is he outside? What are you? Who are you?
Talk to our boss.
Who are you? So you saved this guy early on, and I guess he forgave. What is going on here?
Talk to our boss.
Where's your boss?
Talk to our boss.
Okay. They don't want to talk to me. They want me to talk to the boss. Would you recommend someone who has a PS5 to switch to Xbox at this point? To switch to? That's a complicated question. I don't know. I would say get a PC, honestly. I think if you already have a PS5, you should get a PC and then play Xbox games that way. That would honestly be my recommendation. Yeah, did I just kill it? Am I the boss now? Yeah, I have tons of ammo. This seems like a good idea, right? I don't have any ammo. This is such a stupid idea. Am I going to go past camp? Let me just check here. How close am I to camp? I am as far away from camp as I possibly could be. Oh, man. Yeah, just get a toaster. It's an Xbox, right? That's what the ad campaign said. Oh, is this the Lost Boys mission? Just go in here. Yeah, this seems super safe. Oops. I don't have any ammo for it, so... Oh, Jesus. What in the world? What? I mean, I think we found our solution. Sure, install fuse. This seems like a good idea. Hey, you notice how everybody's dead? Let's fix the thing that probably did that to them. What happened to this guy? Alright, well, I'm not going to go where all the dead bodies are. We're going to... Oh, hello. I mean, okay. You little so-and-so. This is Stalker 2. Get. Yeah, if you actually break open the crates, there's stuff in them usually. I did that one already. I have very bad memory, y'all. Oh, a gas mask, sure. Ooh, food. Did I get anything I actually have ammo for? Oh, I mean, there we go. All right. We'll start with a silencer, though. I mean, is this a clue or is this not a clue? Yeah, it's really good. It's like Fallout. To me, it's like a lot like Fallout. That's creepy. I'm so gonna die. There's just like no way I get through this without screwing up. Okay. I mean, I screwed up, but I'm not dead. Okay. This seems scary. Hey, take your time with the little rat thing. Yeah, I see the giant anomaly.
Fuck. Stalker.
Oh, I can heal him. Sweet, let's do it. Ninja rat. You okay, bro? It's good.
All that just for some loot?
Bro's got some yellow teeth.
Len sent me. He said he lost contact with your group.
Metaphor is kicking my butt. This is fun.
You gotta help me, man. Rescue Mastiff. That monolithian killed everybody, then took Mastiff away.
Rats were eating him, yeah.
Sure, I can help. Do you know where the monolithian took Mastiff?
He's gotta be in the cursed apartment building. There's a lot of nasty rumors about that place. Here, I marked it on your PDA.
All right.
Good luck, man.
All right. Can I leave? Not through the... What is that? That thing's creepy. Can I just leave here? Oh, great. Alright, let's just... So I gotta do 2 throws. Okay. Oh, and it's raining. I might just chill. I'm gonna save. That was a pretty good clean run for me. I'm not very good at this game, so. Soccer, it's kind of fun to watch, huh? It like kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's just like engaging throughout. I'm actually having a good time with it. I'm not playing on Game Pass, Phil Spencer. I'm just playing on Steam. Because Xbox makes their games available everywhere. Having a good time with it. What else we got here? So he wants me to go find this guy. Should we just keep going? I mean, we're doing okay. So we have to go out and go that way. Okay, it's not like... It's not acid rain. Okay, I thought the rain was bad for some reason. Yeah, it's good. I think IGN gave it an 8. I remember we were talking with Michael on it, and I was kind of quiet during that episode because... Wait, who's this guy? I honestly wasn't sure about the game at the time. Hey, bro. What you doing?
What you want? Only morons believe that the zone can be changed, Hook. See you.
Right. Wait, I can trade with that guy?
What you want? Well, here we are. Do you need anything?
I didn't know you could trade randomly with people. Why is it red? Yeah. Damage, max damage.
See you.
So this is my like super damage gun. This is my trusty old reliable. And I have it set to... I like single. Alright, let's... I'm going to try and finish this Lost Boys quest because I heard some people at work talking about it and I'm a little curious. Ow. Can I... Is it the rain? Am I getting static from the rain? Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm like nowhere near anything. Oh, I could go under there. I'm sure there's nothing in there that's going to kill me.
Hey, you! Back up.
Whoa! I even called it out, too. Wait. Wasn't that a quest guy? Are you okay? He's okay, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think that was a... I don't think I was supposed to kill him. Whoops. I mean, okay, let's be honest. You shoot at me, I don't care if you were a quest guy or not. You gotta go. There's not even any loot in here. If that was a quest guy, he was shooting at you. Yeah, there's nothing here. Like, what was he even mad about? It's like, it's my loot. Like, what? This Viper gun? It's not even that good a loot. Alright, I don't know what he was getting all worked up about. Oh, and now I'm over encumbered. I gotta get rid of the bad guns. Okay, I can get rid of this, right? What do I need to be at to not have the over encumbered notification? These are worth a lot of money. I don't want to drop them. Yeah, he was shooting at me. He had it coming. I heard something. It freaked me out. Do I have to just wait for the rain? I'm just going to go. I'm still over encumbered, it says. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to wait. Press R to loot all instead of one item at a time. I usually pick everything but the guns, but I hear you. Is there a way to just wait to pass time? Because I don't want to like sit here and just wait for the rain to go away. It's hilarious seeing characters smoking in a... I mean, yeah, but it's like post-apocalyptic future and all that. Oh, yeah, I have other ammo types. Great. Let's see what else we got in our backpack here. Whoa, what? Just trying to do some inventory management. Chill out, game. Rain gives you a negative stat of radiation, so I don't want to go out in the rain and just have radiation poisoning for the rest of the game. And the reason I'm holding on to these yellows is to sell it. Chat, should I just go for it? It's also nighttime. I wish you could just sleep. Like, I'm in this really sweet tunnel. I don't want to go out there and waste resources. Oh, can I... Can't sleep in his bed. Nope. Oh, I was walking in a radiation area? How do you know? Oh, dry fading. Thank you for the $9.99. My AI said you could sleep to pass time. How? I would like to do that. You can fast travel from an NPC? Are those things accurate? Like, can I fast travel right now back to town? So the Lost Boys quest continues there. Wait, what? I need to eat something. Okay, I think this is where the quest ends. Okay, there's a big dog in there. I'm gonna go full auto. We don't mess around. The dogs are so annoying. If I lure them in here, I'm good. But if I go out there, I'm gonna be darting all over the place. Okay, so it's locked. But there's another way in. See, if I was playing Avowed right now, I'd be like, you should try the window, stalker. I do not like that about modern games. Can I not jump through the windows? There's a big old hole in the ground there, it looks like. I wonder if that giant hole in the ground is how I'm supposed to get over here. I'm willing to bet. Can I just hit it? Yeah. There we go. Smart. I really like this game. Yeah, I get it. If you give it the appropriate time, I think it's pretty good. I wish I could actually loot these items. If I hit it again, does the box break? So I can I think it's a little tired that you get tired from swinging your... Silly that you get tired from swinging your knife. But I guess it would just be like super OP if that weren't the case. Dry finding. Dry fading. Just dropped the 10. Didn't say anything. Thanks, Dry.
May your light shine down on the souls of the brave soldiers who gave their lives in service to your will.
Oh, that's super
Reveal
creepy.
the cunning plans of your enemies to us. Give us the power to avenge our fallen brethren. Those who are in eternal union with the monolith can never be stopped.
Where is he? I'm so creeped out. Oh, he's up there. Okay. Oh no.
The attic. The attic. There.
Okay, I just need to steal all your stuff really quick, and then I'll go to the attic. Don't worry. I see you have a med kit right there that I could probably save you with. Go ahead and open this door for a quick exit. Check the attic, optional. Should we do it?
I heard you coming. You may approach.
I'm just gonna take your food first. You better have some good loot, bro. You're super creepy.
Come closer.
He's let me steal all his shit? Okay.
Are you looking for your friend, Loner?
I've come here for revenge. For what?
What did you do to Mastiff?
He was wounded. Badly. He didn't stand a chance without my help. I took him here and treated his wounds. Don't worry. Your friend will live. I knew this would happen.
Look for the entrance. We gotta smoke the bastard out.
Great.
The monolith has brought us together once more.
This is bad.
I ain't complaining. I went...
Never
Okay.
lose sight of yourself.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should
We're being
leave
shot
here.
at, bro.
How could...
You could try talk.
There's some kind of a hole here. Looks like we found the entrance.
You can't hide from that.
I don't have a lot of cover here, but... They're just gonna nade it and I'm gonna insta-die. Was I not supposed to kill that guy? Tolia Boomerang. It's nighttime and I'm trying to be sneaky, so yeah, you're not gonna be able to see anything, chat. Sorry. Oh, I'm spotted, right? Well, I mean, it...
Now what was that? Keep them in your sights! I'll move to cover!
Well, I don't know who these guys are. I hope I'm on the right side here. Wait. One single. I don't want to waste my ammo. Not him.
It's gonna blow!
Oh, my monitor shut off. I don't see them. The last guy. All right, I saved them. Whew. All right, so who are these guys? Has anybody played this before? Like, what just happened? Why are they trying to kill me? Who is this person? They had a lot of ammo left. See, I don't want the gun. That's why I'm doing it one at a time. And just remember, I started this and I had like nothing. I was like out of ammo. Where's your gun? Did you have a good gun? Okay, that's 2 guns for those guys, but this guy was like the leader. He has a name. His name's the Highlander. Did Highlander not have a gun? I set the... Oops. If you actually go and look at your settings, you can set single shot, multi-shot, etc. And I have a silencer on my pistol, so every once in a while I get a nice shot there. I'm also super over encumbered because I am a hoarder of loot. One pro tip with if you're like me and you just can't help but loot corpses, you could just put it in a case or something and come back to it. Note to self, you can't swim. Oh.
I need a little time to get him back on his feet. A day of rest and proper
He's doing
care
good so
should
far.
suffice.
He looks great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry it has come to this, but there was no other option. Here, take this. I hope it can help you in some way. Much like you have helped me. I will not be staying here for long. If you have any questions, ask them now.
Sure. Where are you
Where
going?
are you going now?
I'm going to my brothers on Wild Island. There is no place left for us anywhere else in the zone.
The loners say a lot of things about
This is
you.
cool.
Who are you, really?
I am the 9th. I used to be
Yeah,
a
this gets a
Monolith
lot
soldier,
better later on.
but I've forgotten nearly everything. All that is left of my past is blurry visions and the hatred of those
How do you
who remember.
change? On mine, I mapped it to the mouse.
You keep mentioning the monolith. What is it?
To stalkers, the monolith was the granter of wishes. To me and my brothers, it was God. But I hear its voice no longer.
All right. See ya, I guess.
It's
Bye.
time we went our separate ways.
You're an unusual man. I will remember you.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember you too, weird guy. And you too, floating guy. You look like you're doing great. I don't know what you gave him. I'll have what he's having. Yeah, give me some of that. Yeah, so like, you can go in and you can just look at your settings and it'll tell you. I really want to go sell all stuff. So somebody was saying you can fast travel. Can I go back to camp now? Nope. See, you can't. I have to go to a city, but I'm not near anything. So I think I'm going to try and make it back to town. And then just call it. If there is a way for me to fast travel, let me know. You bought it on Steam, although you have a Game Pass up? No, I was provided a code, Dorian. Full disclosure. Sometimes I get provided codes because I work at IGN. But yeah, I could just play it on Xbox because I have Game Pass. This is going to take forever. Why does my quick nav bar go away? Is it what, Z? Z and Q, I want to say. Mastiff is possessed by the ghost. He's very strong. This is going to take a while. What's that building? That seems scary. Uh-oh. T. Oh, shit. You know what? Just for good measure. I don't want to go full auto. Should I kill these guys? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, you're dead now. I'm screwed. I'm just gonna see what happens. Got him. It's two. There's still music. All right, they killed the mutant. All right, great. Shit. I'm just trying to go back to the camp. No, it's my name. I was destined before Destiny was out.
It's done.
Okay, there's somebody out here. Oh, and he got the anomaly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just want his loot. I just want his loot. I want the loot, you guys. I'm going for it. Where's the guy? That's right, he's under the bear. Worth it. And I'm just gonna slowly move away. Worth it. Worth it. Where's that other guy I shot? There's one of them. There's a log. Oh, they're there. Okay, got him. All right, I looted that guy. I'll take it and I'll look at it later. All right, let's go. All right, so this one I'm not going to take. It's red. All right, let's go. That was so creepy. I'm going to get that. No, I'm okay. I think I broke my running animation, though. I keep running into random things happening in the world. Remember the goal? Real pal Destin. I'm just going to get to camp. We're going to save, and we're going to call it right there. I have a feeling I'm in a place I'm not supposed to be. Is this a friendly place or a bad place? Like, it's all, they got electricity and stuff. Okay. They seem mad that I'm here, so. I just want to be friends. Can I be friends? I'm going to assume no. Okay, okay. They're mad that I'm like even near their base, so I'm just going to assume I'm not supposed to go there. Please don't shoot me. I'm just trying to go home. $500 more meters. All right, do you guys want to watch me walk all the way back to base over encumbered? Literally, this is all I'm going to do for the next 10 minutes. Sure, it's not the rain, it's the metal I was near. Got it, got it. Yeah, I thought it was the rain earlier. I mean, I'm getting better at combat, though. Yeah, if you get past the initial, like, wonkiness of the whole thing, the game feels really solid afterwards. What was that suit that I picked up? I'm sort of curious. Is it better? Yeah, let's equip it. It seems better. If I put this away, do I recharge faster or whatever? How much further? 300. So, what do you want to talk about while I walk forward? I like the burst fire a lot. That worked out really well for me. Wait, that's the tower, right? Oh, I'm way closer than I thought. I'm 20 meters away. All right, let's go. I had marked the mission and not the thing. So we're actually only like 30 meters away from camp. It's right. It's literally right there. I'm not near anything. I saw it on the road. I'm not near it. Yum, 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 yum. Eat some hot dog. Eat some tuna fish. Yum, 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 yum. Do the sound effects help? Do you feel more immersed when I do the sound effects of eating? Everyone's like, yeah, we'll wait. You're like 10 meters away. I just need to make it into town and sell all this stuff to a vendor. I actually haven't like streamed games in so long. I'm actually kind of enjoying this. It's nice. Yeah, there, I can turn in the part 1 of the quest. I could sell to this guy, right? I'll just go to the next one, because I think he's the one that buys guns and stuff. We made it. We made it. We're gonna make some money. Money, money, money. Let's frickin' go. Buy my
Need
stuff.
some help, Stalker? Well, show me what you've got.
We need more Deaths in Live? Sure. Well, I'll save one of these. Which one's better? Condition 100, 75. So I want to trade that one. Sure, I don't care about those really. I mean, I'll save one. I don't want these for sure. I kind of want this. I mean, why would I keep this? Every single stat is worse. So less damage, less range, better. Yeah, I'm good. I can just aim like a normal person. So let's trade that. And then I'm still over encumbered. I'm gonna go put some stuff in the vault, I think. At least I can run again, jeez. So I really want this dude to repair that super shotgun I got. Oh.
I figured out what happened to Mastiff's group.
We can finish the
Mastiff's group
quest.
got wiped out by a deadly mutant. Mastiff himself was rescued by a Monolithian and then taken away to recover. Dew and his men came to kill the Monolithian. I had to intervene.
Listen up, Skiff. You did what I asked, and I'll send the coupons to your PDA.
Coupon. Yeah, okay. Ammo diff? Oh, they take different ammo types?
Need some help, Stalker?
Viper more accurate. Yeah, I'm going to keep the AK. AK is like the first thing that you get, so don't need that, don't need that. I want to keep that. Confirm. Boop.
Thanks.
Boop.
See ya.
I'm still over encumbered though. What is this gun? It's like if this was repaired, it's similar to, why is it better? It's an AR. Oh, one's an SMG, one's an AR. Okay. 30, takes 5.56 ammo. Okay. I don't know. Should I repair the AR 416? I feel pretty good about my loadout right now, honestly. Where was my stash? It was here, actually. just drop it in there. That's a Viper versus a Viper. So I can sell this one. I can sell these. Wait. No, these are broken. I don't want these. Whatever.
Need some help, Stalker?
I've tried so hard to get into this game, but I just can't. That's fine, man.
Show me
It's not for everybody. I do like these kind of like survival-y games, though. Let me just see auto compare really quick. Yeah, it's less valuable even.
Thanks. See ya.
All right, so I'm gonna sleep because it's going crazy outside, and I think we're gonna stop there. But I'm digging it. I don't know about you, chat. This is cool. There was a way to increase your carry weight, though. Does anybody know how to do that? Thermal. Like, do you get a backpack or something? The guns are just there. I don't really need to carry this. I don't need that. I think I have to have the echo detector. Is my ammo, like, what's so heavy that I have? The canned food? Maybe I could put like 5 of these back. Maybe half of these. Oops. Yeah, I think I just have too much of some things and not enough of another. Like, do I really need 2 rounds of 9x19? What does this take? So we have 9x18. So I'm not even... I have the 9x18. Is anything using the 9x19? This one takes... This one is 9x19. This is like bonus 9x18. Can I stack them? No. 45. What does this take? 9x18. And these are 5.56. Those go with that. Yeah, it's the ammo. The ammo. I have a lot of ammo. Anyway, I'll have to go figure that out, everybody. Thanks for watching. That was a lot of fun. I think I just want to keep my... In terms of ammo... Well, just real quick. I'll just wrap this up. I'll take my... I don't need AR ammo right now. I'll keep some shotgun ammo. It's 2 rounds per shot. This is the same, and I don't have anything that uses 45. And that reduced my weight to 39, so that's cool. All right. Is this empty? This is beer. Water. All right, we're looking good. I do really like my, I can't take out guns here, huh? But here, before I go, I'll use the sandwich in lockup. I'm going to get out of here, though. Whoops. Can I just eat this real quick? Eat some bread. Take a little sleep. Wait for the storm to pass. Thanks for watching, everybody. I do really appreciate you hanging out. That was a fun stream. Fun playing a little bit of Stalker 2. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell if you do like my content. I greatly appreciate you hanging out and watching. Whoa. We're going to redo that outro because my hair was a little messy. And if I end up using it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen so far, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and hit that like button to help the video get shared. Also, a big shout out to the members. Thank you so much to the members for joining the stream today and supporting the stream. If you want to become a member, click that join button right down below. And before I go, you can check out the last video I did, where Travis and I had a little sit down to talk about the latest Xbox news of the week, including some spicy quotes from Phil Spencer. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.